Hey guys, this is Steph with thegoodride.com, and today we are checking out the Never Summer Proto Synthesis in a 142. So this comes with their new Shockwave rocker camber, and it's got the same kind of rocker in between the feet camber, under the bindings, but it's a little bit more of a mellow rocker in between the feet, so that when you're pressing on the bindings, it kind of turns more into almost a positive camber snowboard. And then there's a look at the base for you. But you can see through the white base, you can see all that carbon in there. So that's going to make the board really reactive and really poppy and have a lot of energy in it. It's got a 6 out of 10 flex. So it's a nice flex. It didn't feel really stiff when I rode it. It was kind of somewhere in the middle to keep it nice and stable, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like extremely aggressive. It's also pretty damp. So they have it rated as a 6 out of 10 in their dampness as well. And the only place I could ride this board was a little bit of off-piste. It was right after the coronavirus kind of shut everything down. So I was only able to get it on some very shallow tree runs and completely off-piste because I had to hike. It felt pretty damp in there. It felt pretty easy to turn. I was actually pretty surprised. I expected it to be a little more aggressive for some reason, kind of maybe a little more towards the Lady West, but it wasn't. It was really fun to turn. Right away it kind of felt at home, and so the learning curve was pretty low. It was easy to figure out, but it also can charge pretty hard, so I could feel that it was a really solid board and it wanted to kind of explore. It was pretty quick to turn edge to edge. It wasn't difficult, and the rocker in between the feet kind of helps with that, but I was able to kind of hold an edge. It wasn't like some of the hybrid rocker boards where it's a little bit loose. This one has a really nice edge hold. I mean, the contact points come outside, I think outside of the insert, about right here. So you get a little bit of that feeling of having almost a positive camber snowboard, but you get the added forgiveness of the rocker in between your feet when you're flat base and stuff. So this is their all mountain twin board. It's kind of going to take the place of the Prototype 2. So that's no longer one of their boards. This is kind of the new evolution of the Prototype 2. If you like to ride centered and you like to ride switch, but you want a board that can go all over the mountain, can hang in the steeps, can ride off piste, but also would probably be fun in the park, this could be a good option. It's not it's probably not going to be that beginner board in the park, but if you're hitting jumps, this is going to be a lot of fun, I think. And also, I think it would be a lot of fun in the pipe. I think it would be good for an intermediate to advanced rider that likes to ride switch, that likes to kind of play all over the mountain, and is looking for a board that can ride technically as well as kind of play around sometimes. I think this would be a good kind of dabbler, do-it-all kind of board, but riding centered. So it goes to those people who like to take a freestyle approach to all over the mountain, or someone who wants to ride switch a lot, or somebody who wants a board that can go from top to bottom and then hit the park in the same day without switching the boards out. So that is a look at the Proto Synthesis from Never Summer. And then there's